What is up, everybody? Renfail here, and we are playing The Alters, which just dropped today. I'm playing it on the Xbox Series X as part of my Game Pass Ultimate subscription. I've been waiting for this game for a while. I played the demo a few months ago. There's a First Impressions video in my First Impressions playlist where I went through this and was like, I gotta play this when it comes out. So it launched today. We just did about 3.5 hours earlier today, and I gotta say, I'm liking it a lot. It's a very unique take on the survival crafting genre with a, I want to say, adventure component to it. I don't know how much action there is because I haven't gotten into any sort of action environments yet, but there's a really cool science fiction story behind this and a lot going on. So I'm going to talk about things here in my early thoughts video. If you don't know my process, I usually do an early thoughts video after the first stream, then I do an initial review after around 20 to 25 hours of a game, and then a final review when I complete. Sometimes I'll do an additional thoughts video if it makes it past 50 hours. So this is the first of my various reviews, and at the end of it we do an aggregate look at what is the game like through the evolution of the review process. So this is the first one. I just finished my first stream 3.5 hours in. Let's talk the game. Before we do, to talk about the story, I will try to avoid spoilers, but I do have to talk about what the game is about. All the information that I will mention is going to be stuff that's already in the game trailers. It's in the title of the game. It's in the fact that the screenshots show multiple characters sharing the same face. So don't come at me because I'm not spoiling things that haven't already been spoiled by the company to talk about these things. And if you haven't already done so, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at around 4:35 a.m. Central. I play a lot of games, so check them all out. This is the day job. Let's get into the early thoughts on this game. So at the core of this game, it is a base management crafting survival game. This part of the game reminds me a little bit of like Fallout Shelters, where you have all these modules. You can move the modules around. You can delete modules, add new modules. You can, build. Everything takes resources. How do you get resources? You go out and you harvest those resources. How do you harvest the resources? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. You have to build machines and things. But on top of all of this is this complex system of basically, without spoiling that part of the story, you are working with a group of clones of yourself. Hopefully I didn't sneeze into the mic. Apologies. So right now I have 3 clones going. I have a technician, I have a scientist, and I have a refiner. All 3 of these are versions of me. There's a reason why I have versions of me. I'm not going to go into that here because that ties to the main story. But just know that, like the game says, you're making alters of yourself.
A few rad filters.
He should be working on rad filters. So I have him working over here in the workshop to create things. So he's working on radiation filters right now. He's actually working on more than radiation filters because I think, yeah, he's doing like 3 rad filters and a drill cartridge. So essentially, you can, all of these workstations, there's like the workshop, the research lab, the kitchen, there's base maintenance, and I have 3 outposts that I have set up. So in terms of the outside environment, we'll take a look at that here in a minute, because that part of the game reminds me a little bit of like Death Stranding 2, or Death Stranding 1, I should say. We're getting ready to play Death Stranding 2, which is why my mind jumped there. Anyway, I have outposts out and about, and I have somebody working on one of the outposts right now. So this is the inside. There's an elevator you can go through. I'm very early in the game, so there's a lot of stuff I haven't discovered yet. There's many more modules that I have yet to build. There's lots of expansion. I do know, I think it was, where was it? Research lab. So like over here, I just got the research lab towards the end of my stream. And so like I was choosing what research to be done. So like I have him working on a recycler right now and base maintenance, but there's also like all this different stuff that you can research. So I'm focusing on the base now because I'm assuming this is going to lead to like enhanced storage and stuff like that. Yeah, medium storage with a capacity of 300. So I'm focusing here first because I need more storage. So that's going to be as soon as possible. So you can assign all your guys to work on different things. You can sort of control to some degree the types of alters you're creating. So without getting into the story too much, When you create the altars, you're allowed to pick the ways that they can diverge, and you can pick where they are focused. So, as an example, the scientist is the scientist, but you can also choose to like branch those guys even further. So they can become further specialized depending on where you're willing to spend your points in research, which leads to well, there's another aspect of this too. Each one of the clones of the altars has their own personality as well, and so you're not only managing resources, you're also managing the needs, desires, wants, and mood swings of your altars. So there's a lot of resource management going on, not just with physical resources, but also the complex machineries of psychology and all these people dealing with each other. So it's quite interesting the way all this works. Like looking at each one of the altars, and they have emotions. He's feeling okay. He's feeling okay. He's feeling okay at the moment. Um, so there are things that you have to pay attention to. Um, there was somewhere along the line when I'm creating more altars, there's like I know I can make like a disciplinary altar who like disciplines the other ones when they get out of line, and so I was like, oh, so that we're gonna have like okay, there's obviously gonna be breakouts and mutinies and all sorts of stuff. So this leads to something I know I was hearing about when I played the demo originally, which is the replayability of this game because when you go through, obviously my playthrough right now, I'm choosing to have my altars go a certain way. I'm also choosing to build my base in a certain way. But different playthroughs, you'll make different decisions because you might want to try different paths, try out different combinations of altars. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Try different specializations of altars. Maybe take different conversation options, which alters the moods of the altars, and all of that changes the way that you play the game. So because I don't know what the story of the game is yet, I can tell you that normally the way these types of games work is you play it through once and then you see the full story and you go, oh, so on a second playthrough, I want to try it this way because I want to see how that impacts the ending. So there is replayability here beyond just the face game because you have all the personalities and everything else. So let's go outside really quick so that I can show you guys what it looks like outside, because that's the other aspect of this. So this is one map. There are multiple maps. This is the second area in the game. I have 3 different mining facilities set up right now. I'm going to go set up a 4th over here because I have this rubidium which I want to go mine, which is the next step of my journey. But if I want to go outside, I could let's just say we go outside of the base. You can run around. You have a time meter, so time is a factor. Your energy levels are a factor. There's radiation as well. So all of these are things you have to worry about and monitor as you go along. There are adjustable difficulties to this game, so you can set things up. I have pylons set up here running to my different mining stations. I can fast travel to those mining stations. Those mining stations have to be manned. So if you want to get resources out of them, someone has to be there doing them. I have Jan the refiner over here at the mineral over here. So if I were to go over here, I could probably see him from down here. Probably too far away. He's up there manning that one. And then I could tear these down and move them around. You can build more and place more, so on and so forth. And there are story beats. Like right now I'm supposed to find a way out, so I'm working on that. So this is an alien planet. Nightfall is dangerous. Radiation can kill you, so you're supposed to get back to the base by the end of every day. And then you go from there and research and build and create more altars and figure out how to get out of different predicaments, all while there is a timer behind you of the fact that there is I believe if I remember correctly, there's like a star that's coming to this planet and it's going to kill us all if we don't get off. So our primary objective is to move the base to a safe place where we can get evacuated. At least that's what we've been told so far. I don't know if that's going to actually be how that plan pans out, but we'll find out later. But Base reaction out of the gate, super fun and interesting take on the crafting survival genre. I love the science fiction story. If you've ever seen Moon, um, where there was the clone aspect. I get a little bit of a Moon vibe from the clones because of the complex relationships they have to have with each other. So there's a lot going on in this game. It's really fun so far. I'm looking forward to continuing to play this. We are balancing this with Dune Awakening right now, so hopefully we'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts on this game down below. Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you never miss an update, and I'll see everybody in the next one.